Hi, it's me, Eve. This is Eve's Creations Paint Party. How's everybody doing tonight? It's Tuesday. How to Tuesday coming at you. So tonight is practice session. I'm going to show you little things that I've learned along the way to make your paintings that much better. So what are we doing tonight, Eve? Well, I talk to myself in third person. All right, I need to get out more. Apples, pears, and grapes. Apples, pears, and grapes. Lock it in. So I'm going to show you different ways. You know, you see those different fruits and stuff as still lifes and whatnot. So I'm going to show you how they do that. All right, we got to give props to you know who. There he is. There's the man. What you doing, Mr. Waggity Tail? What are you doing? You're such a good boy. Hello, Joan. How are you doing tonight? So say hello. If you're practicing with me tonight, let me know if anyone's practicing with me tonight. And we're going to have a good old time, right? And like I said, it's practice session. Get out your mixed media paper. You ever have that, like, one hair and you're like, what is that hair doing? That's this spot right here. Bing, boing, 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 boing. Hello, Tina B. Hi, Donna. Hi, Joan. All right, I'm taking your names for roll call, okay? And Indiana, welcome to the fam, Don. Welcome to the fam, Donna. How you doing, lovey? Stick around. We're going to have fun. There's another Donna in the house. Hello, Donna. Lisa V is in the house tonight. What's up, Lisa? You're on time. Sheila's hanging out with us. Hello, Sheila. Beth is here. Hi, Beth. Hi, Mary. Beth and Mary. I'm trying to get all your names down for a roll call. Check this out. I got a nifty little pen that has my name on it. See that? Isn't that cool? Right? So it has my name, and it has my website, and it has Have Fun and Go Create on it. Isn't that cool? I don't know. I think it's nifty. The little things, right? Hello, Rochelle. How are you doing tonight? What's up, sweetheart? How's everybody doing? You're good, Donna? Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. So those of you following my Make 'em Ups journey, I can never do what they do, like make it all like do their face and then lower their eyelid and make it all like seductive and stuff. But yeah, I got gold glitteries going on. I can't get the whole like, whoa, you know how they do that, right? Tina B, you want a pen? You want a pen? Seriously? All right. I don't know. I have no idea. I'd have to look. I only ordered a couple. Thank you so much, Sheila. I only ordered a couple, and I have no idea what I paid for them. So, yeah, sparkles, right? I got sparkles going on. Okay, enough about that. Let me put you in your your handy-dandy holder here. Okay, we're staring at a blank canvas. Yes, we are, 6,000%. Okay, because I'm going to turn around and all right, you're all plugged in. I'm on a 16 by 20, 16 this way, 20 straight across. We're gonna, you love the gold glitteries? Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. I'm having fun with it. It is cool, Tina. There's nothing. My pens are cool. Hello, Diane. How are you doing, sweetheart? Hi, everybody. Hello, honey. How are you? All right, I got some roll call going. I hope I didn't forget anybody. If you're hanging out with us, say hello. If you're creeping, if you're just watching, you don't want to say hi, that's fine too. And if you're just a watcher, if you're not paying tonight, that's okay. We have all those things going on. You get that, Diane. You get on that. And we need healing wishes for Robert, Tina. Robert's not feeling well, your hubby. All right, guys. Let's do it. I need to sell the pens. Really? I do? Really? All right. I can do that. I have to, I just have to find out, I'd have to find out what I hit. I was ordering like the stickers and I was ordering labels because I'm really tired of writing out my return address on the nifties. So, Oh, you like my top? It's so old. It is so old, but it's really cool. These are all embroidered. And then it has like a little touch of one on the back. Oh, Jimmy's not doing well either, the pupster. Oh my goodness, what is wrong? All right. Healing wishes and prayers to Robert. Absolutely, Tina B. And my little Jimmy man, healing wishes to him too, okay? So I hope he's going to be doing better, Diane. So those of you who don't know, Diane has a couple of pups, and Jimmy is golden retriever, I think, something like that. Anyway, he's adorable. He is adorable. All right, so yes, yeah, it's very comfortable, and it's very old. It's one of those shirts, Joan, that I mean, it's literally see-through. That's how long I've owned it. There's holes in it. There's all sorts of stuff. Hi, Becky. Hello, 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 Becky. How are you doing tonight? Hi, Jeanette. What's going on, lovey-dovey? Hello, 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 Jeanette. So it's one of those die-hard shirts that I just don't want to get rid of. Plus, my mom gave it to me. So, but it's old and it's beat up. But that's all good. Oh, yes, absolutely, guys. So Tina's husband, Robert, and little fluffer boy, Jimmy, Diane's puppy, okay? So we got to send those healing vibes out there. Get those healing wishes out there. All right, let's get everybody back to feeling good about themselves. All right, okay, enough out of me. Hi, Diane. How are you doing, sweetheart? Hello, 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 sweetie. What's going on? Those of you that don't know, Diana just popped on. She's an amazing artist in her own right. We're good friends. So, hi, Diana. Nice to see you. I'm glad you're so here. I'm glad you're so here. You're here. All right. So, all right. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to put this down, and I'm actually going to start throwing paint because that's what we're here for. We could chat all night long, and we'll be here till midnight. All right, I'm going to take a sip of my Java, and I'm going to throw a background. So, hi, baby. I was going to turn around. Hi, Bonnie. Oh, now I got to pick up my pad again and write down Bonnie. Write Bonnie down. Right? So, Bonnie, check out my nifty little pen. Ain't it cool? It has my artist name, it has my website, and it has have fun and go create on it. How cool is that, right, Bonnie? All right, I'm putting this down now. So if anybody else says hello, I'm putting that down. All right, so, okay, I was going to do like a still life. You guys want me to do that? You always want me to do full pictures. So anyway, I'm grabbing Big Boy's a 1-inch flat. The palette is always the same. Black, yellow, red, blue, and white. You like the pens? You guys really like my pen. All right, I'm going to have to get some pens. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'll get some pens. Okay. All right. So, actually, the story with the pens is I was ordering labels because I'm tired of writing my return address whenever I send out the Mr. Nifties. And you're ready for whatever I want to paint. All right, so we're going to throw a background on here real quick. And I want to do green. I'm going to do green because apples, grapes, and pears are yellowishy, brown, reds, like all that kind of stuff. So I want it to be different than my subject, okay? So you always got to keep that in mind when you're picking a background. You know, you want to, unless you're going for an all-over same exact tone type of thing, you always want to pick a background that either is going to be making your colors pop or is going to be totally different than what you're painting. So I got a whole glob of blue, yellow, and white on here. Absolutely. And I am going to do the crisscross. All right, we're going to do the crisscross. We're going to add some depth. We're going to add some texture. Okay, so I'm going to add the bright spot in the center, because that's where my fruit is going to go. So basically, I'm going to show you what I've learned and picked up. You guys ever seen those, like, those old school, well, they're not old school, some people still do them, the old school still lifes, right? The bowl of fruit on the table. Hi, April. How are you doing, sweetheart? You you know, the bowl of fruit that's on the table, and you know, the table, you know what I'm talking about, those things. Okay, so that's what I'm going to show you tonight. I'm going to show you how to do those 3 pieces of fruit that I picked, and I'm going to show you the, you know, the bowl, stuff like that. You remember those, Donna? All right, cool. Okay, so I am grabbing just different amounts of blue, yellow, and white. I'm doing the crisscrossy thing. Okay, I'm blending this all together. I started in the center. I am working my way out. Right, I'm going to go, now I'm grabbing just yellow. Okay, I look cuter every week. Oh, you're so sweet. Thanks. Yeah, I just been playing, you know, so that's cool. I gotta write April down. All right, I gotta write April down. Okay, so I'm grabbing more yellow right now, just yellow, and I'm crisscrossing that in, right, because I want my center. I want my center to be lighter than the rest of the background, and the yellow gets chewed up really fast, right, the lighter colors. So I'm going to grab those lighter colors as this sets into place and start using more and more of it. And now I'm going to go back to the blue, white, and yellow, and a vase of flowers. That's another big one. That's another big one. You see, just the vase of flowers, or the mason jar with the flowers. You see a lot of that stuff, and you see like the so this is something that like the old school guys, you know, the masters. This is something that they would paint, and now they all used like oil paint, and you know, because they used to have to like make their own paint. So it turns around, and but with acrylic, you can maneuver it to get some of that depth and warmth, the same as oils do. Will they ever be the same as oils? Absolutely not. They will never, ever, ever be the same as oils. But you can get it to have the look and feel as one of those oil paintings. So that is what I'm doing right now. If you noticed, this whole background I did crisscross for. The reason I'm doing crisscross is it blends it to where you get really soft, subtle shades. Number one. Number two, it adds a little bit of a texture, a feel to it. So this way, it's giving it a little bit more, I don't know if the word is, a little more like richness. Richness, that's a good word. So it's making it look a little more rich. Okay, and I am literally just grabbing different amounts of blue, white, and yellow. That is all I'm doing. See? So I am putting it on there, and I'm going crisscross, and I'm moving very quickly, so everything is staying wet for me. Everything is staying wet. Okay? So that is what I'm doing. Alrighty? 6,000%. So, if you guys are going for that old school kind of still life type of painting, wow, April, yeah, that sounds amazing. Like, I would love to do something like that. That sounds really cool. So, if you're going for that, like, old school kind of still life Renaissance-y look, this is all you need to do. This is all you need to do. That's it. That's it. Just crisscrossing. That's all I'm doing. That is all I'm doing. And I'm adding lighter areas, darker areas, some areas that are more blue, some areas that are more yellow, some areas that are more like a turquoisey color, you know, and it's just mixing those 3 colors together. That's all. And you just keep going over it. Like this, see, you just keep going over it until it blends and softens into everything else. I'm not doing anything fancy. It just looks fancy when you're all done. It It just looks fancy, right? Doesn't it look nice and warm and soft and pretty? I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing special. Oh, I got 2 more spots to fill in. Right? You guys didn't see me do anything special. I didn't do any special magic or anything. So I'm going to grab the whatever's left on my palette of the yellow. I'm going to blast this middle one more time. I'm going to blast the middle one more time with the yellow. Right? Before it completely settles and gets dry. So I'm going to blast the center with the yellow one more time before the paint gets so dry that it's going to wind up being streaky. And I got to fill in those 2 corners, so I'm grabbing my blue and my white and my dirty yellow here. Thank you so much for the stars, Brenda. Oh, I just, whoop, splatter paint everywhere. But when I go a little bit easier, when there's a full load of paint on my brush, that's what I get for going in and doing a hard flick with my paint, my paintbrush loaded. Look, it's there. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's on my arm. I can't show you. I can't get the right angle. Anyway, where is it? There it is. Can you see it? There it is. So yeah, that's me flicking paint, flinging paint around. That's what we do here. That's what we do here. So, word to the wise, when your paintbrush is loaded with paint, don't go in and start doing hard flicks with it, because you're just going to get paint everywhere. You're just going to get the paint everywhere. Alright, the crisis avoided. Alright, here we go. Alright, so, anyway, I'm just doing that back and forth motion with the paint that I just decided to wear. But that's okay. That's okay. If you're afraid of getting paint on yourself, then you need to find a different hobby. That's all there is to it. Because this is not a time to be worrying about getting messy. Alright, my whole canvas is covered here. Okay, and me. I'm covered too. 6,000%. I gotta write Brenda down. Brenda, thank you so much for the stars. I want to go over a few things with you. Let's press the buttons. Let's talk about the, the other stuffs. Well, you guys are catch up mustering if you were doing a background too. Oh my goodness. That was on the phone stand. How did that happen? It's literally, well, at least it didn't glob all over my phone. It's literally, I gotta clean you guys up. You guys are a mess. It's literally all over my camera stand. Anyway, Brenda sent stars. Thank you so much. Stars is enabled. Every star is a penny, just to let you know. And it's always free to watch. Tips are appreciated. Thank you, Diane. And I have PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. I am going to post those now, so you guys have those links. Alrighty. And always be careful. If you don't see Eve's Creations or Eve's Artistry or any of that attached to a link, don't hit it. Alright? All of my links, all of my PayPal link, my Cash App link, my Venmo link, you're going to see Eve's Creations, you're going to see Eve's Artistry, you're going to see something on there that pertains to who I am. And just keep that in mind, because I don't want you to turn around. When you click on it, you're going to be brought to a screen, and it should have something, according to me, on that screen. Alright, so just make sure. Somebody popped on here in the middle of all that. Kelly, hi Kelly. So, and the stars, like I said, they're a penny each. Thank you so much. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. All of my replays are available on YouTube. I'm going to throw that on here. Just getting the buttons out of the way, guys. This way we can just paint and relax and woosah it out. So YouTube is right here. Alright, 6,000%. This is your practice session. If you have any questions for me, ask. There's no dumb question. Alright, everyone's at different levels, starting at different spots in being at different spots in their painting adventure. So ask away. You're watching tonight. You're too tired to paint. That's okay, Debbie. All right, I'm missing people. Hold on. I got Tammy. Tammy is here. I got Tammy. I'm missing Kelly. I got April and Brenda. All right, so thank you. Yes, you're welcome, Tammy. No worries. Yeah, anybody who sends $3 or more support, I send out Mr. Nifty's for free. I'm all sparkly. And all my videos are kid friendly, so I'm going to watch this thing. You guys watch your comments. Whew, I think I got it all out now. All right, we're good. Whew, that's just a lot of stuff to remember. I'm telling you, I can't, like, that's why Bonnie's so good to me, and because Bonnie remembers all my stuff I gotta say and do. Otherwise, I forget stuff. How can you get $1 million quick? I don't know. You gotta tell me. I don't know, Sheila. Thank you, Becky. I went, it's actually like a brown eyeliner and then an orange crayon-y thing and then a lip gloss. Alright, so, okay. I got Big Boy in the water. I just grabbed more paint and we need a bowl, right? We need a bowl for our grapes and pears and apples to sit in. Okay, so I thought this would be a little more fun than me just drawing an apple and me just drawing a grape and me just drawing a pear. So thank you so much, Diana. So that's why I'm doing this. If everybody's like, why isn't she just showing us an apple? This is why. I thought this would be a little more fun to set up the still life sort of stuff. So I'm grabbing blue, I'm grabbing white, and I'm grabbing some red. Okay, and when I put this on here, since this has yellow tones to it, it's going to come out like a little brown, have like some brown qualities to it. Alright, so I'm just swooping, swoop, swoop, and I'm not going to overmix my colors, so I'm just swooping. I am not in the center of this thing at all. Alright, we got a big old bowl now. Swoop, there we go. Alright, and swoop down the side. Swoop down the side, swoop, there it is, and a little blendy back and forth for the center of it. Alrighty, and let's put that in. Clean my line up a little bit here. Alright, I'm going to grab the same thing on my brush. So I am grabbing white, I'm grabbing blue, I'm grabbing red. Alright, big old pile, big old mushy pile here. And I'm going to swoop, swoop on that side. And we're just going to take this big old messy pile, smush it all in. Swoop, swoop some more. Swoop, 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 swoop some more. Okay. And put this in here. I'm also going to turn around and I am going to put the back of the bowl in. Alright, so I have this part here. And now I'm going to turn around and I'm going to follow this around. Whoop, and put in the back of the bowl. Because painting in my fruit, I don't know what parts are going to be covered and what parts aren't. So I might as well add the back of the bowl. So I'm grabbing black. I'm grabbing blue. I'm grabbing red. There's a little bit of white left. And we're going to just throw in the back of the bowl. Right? Just like that. Bam. Because I want to put this in here. Because it's going to turn around. Number one, it's putting a nice dark tone for my, remember all that things I talked about underpainting, right? And we put darker colors underneath what we're going to paint because it gives it a richer and darker tone. Remember when we did that whole underpainting little conversation, I think, when I did the texture talk? So that's what this is going to do. it's basically going to add depth and richness just from being a darker color behind what we're painting. All right, now I got to make a decision. And whenever you do fruit or any object and you're doing it as a still life, you got to make a decision, where's your light coming from? Okay, so if you're going to have your light coming right from the front, like bam, are you going to have your light coming in from down here, like up like this? Are you going to have your light coming down like this? A lot of people do it this way, right? That's like the main thing, is a lot of people do it for some reason from that one top corner and down. It seems to be a very popular spot. I'm going to do it because you know me, I don't do what everybody else does. Ever. I'm going to do it shooting from the side. My light's coming right from this side. That's what I'm going to do. It's going to come right from this side. All right? And I'm going to put that in there so you guys know what I'm doing. Okay? So my light is going to come from the side. So I'm going to have light going that way. And I'm going to have light going this way. Okay? So, you like that about me, Diane? I know. So there's my light source right there, right? So I marked my light source. I can blend that out later on. It's not going to ruin my painting. So if you guys need to put your light sources in, do it. This is a background. You can go back and blend your lines out if you want to. All right, now that I have my light source, I'm going to blast my bowl. And remember, you don't always have to use white to make things lighter. You don't always have to use black to make things darker. So I'm going to blast my bowl. Yes, hello, Carolyn, and we're going to get to the fruit eventually. All right, blasting my bowl, grabbing yellow paint. Blasting my bowl. All right, so, but we're learning stuff, so that's all that matters, okay? So there is my light source. I'm giving a good press on the edge here to get that to blend in. Hello, Irene. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, guys. So I'm giving a little press on the edge of the bowl to turn around and get a little smudgy, darker area. And then I'm doing a flick, curved, with the yellow, and bam, there is the light on my bowl. All right, now I got to do the dark on the other side, so I am going to grab blue. I didn't clean my brush off either. A lot of what I do tonight, I'm not cleaning this brush off. I want all these colors in here. I'm going to grab my blue. I'm going to grab my red. Okay, it's on my dirty brush along with everything else. I'm going to come on the other side now, and I got to blast some dark in here. Right? Because the rest of the bowl is going to be in shadow. Right? So blue and red. Notice I put a highlight and I put a shadow in, and I did not grab black paint. I did not grab black paint. It is not always necessary to grab black and white. Especially if you're doing these rich tone paintings. You want to grab other colors, okay? So, that being said, I kind of had this weird spot right here that didn't really blend out. So now I'm going to clean my brush. I am going to clean my brush, swirl, tap, dab in my brush. All right, the more I swirl, the cleaner he gets. The more I swirl, the cleaner he gets. Tap it on my cup, right? I'm going to do a little tiny dab on my paper towel. I want my bristles to be moist, still not dripping, but a little more wet than usual. And I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to go back and forth with my moist brush and smooth that all out. So I am just, it's a clean brush. It's a little more damp. And I didn't go where the yellow was, because I'll lose that, but I went where that spot was, and I went where the shadow was, and I smoothed it all out. So now, instead of looking like 3 sections, it looks like a nice, sweet, soft bowl. Okay, there you go. So there is your still life bowl, right? Just like that. Just like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, guys. Play. Play with your colors. If you take anything out of this bowl, play with your colors. You do not always have to use black and white. You don't always have to turn around and use, you know, just green or just blue or just yellow. Play with your colors. What happens is it gives you a richness. I like that word. I'm glad it popped into my head. It gives you a richness to your tones. It gives you a richness and a depth to your painting. When you're going for something like this, the more creative you get with the colors you're grabbing, the more richness and tones and underpainting. I don't know. I'm running out of words. Anyway, just play with your colors. That's my point. I can't think of what the heck I'm trying to say, but you guys understand what I'm saying because you already know me. Oh, cheers there. Diana, your laughy face just made me choke. Oh my goodness. Shading. I did shading here. I did not do the cast shadow yet. We did not do a cast shadow. I'm not doing my cast shadow because I want to map in my apple. The whole point of this thing is called apples, grapes, and pears. So I want to map that in first. I am not going to do my cast shadow yet. And by cast shadow, that means the shadow that is created on the surface it's sitting on. Right? Because everything casts a shadow, like my arm is casting a shadow onto my painting. See that? So this object would cast a shadow on the other side of the light. Exactly, April. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Apples and grapes and pears, oh my. Apples and grapes and pears, oh my. Apples and grapes and pears, oh my. Alright. Now, I can do a whole class. Good. I'm glad, Diane. I can do a whole class on just apples. I can do a whole class on just grapes. And I can do a whole class on just pears. But we're going to try to rein it in, Eve. Right? Apples and grapes and pears. Oh my. You guys are going to have that stuck in your head. You're welcome. Apples and grapes and pears. I can't stop. All right. So, swirl tap dad. Big boy, fairly clean. I'm not worrying about getting them ultra clean tonight, right? I don't mind that it has color in the brush. That don't bother me in the least. All right. So, we're going to map. All right. I'm going to grab white paint. Okay. And we're going to do, now, remember, drawing items, you find the shape in the item. Okay. So, what's an apple? An apple is either an oval or a round. I'm going to do a Macintosh apple, and my apple is a rebel, so he is not in the bowl. He is not in the bowl, okay? So, he is a circle, parentheses, and a parentheses, right, guys? It's smaller than what I want it, because the more I play with it, the bigger it's going to get. Did my paint dry? Absolutely not. So, am I getting all my purples and everything else in this apple? Absolutely. Do I want that? Absolutely. Absolutely. Alright, and there's a little divot right there for the top of the apple. Okay, I'm going to grab some more white paint with my nice dirty brush. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to brighten that side. Right, just using my hand, rolling my brush. Show me the money, right? You guys are learning how to roll that brush. Okay, using the edge of that flat brush. Oh, April, you're on here. You were asking me, because I'm doing these, this is what this brush does videos. I hope you guys like those. Now I'm just dabbing. I am just dabbing. I'm just going to dab to soften that brighter area. And I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to give a smush to my brush, because all my paint's in the middle of it. So I'm smushing my brush down. And I'm going to come in here and make this side a little more defined. And I'm going to dab. Alright, so there is my apple. Okay? So, absolutely. Alright, so April, you were asking me about a brush. I don't know what you were talking about. I think you were talking about a liner brush, but I'm not exactly sure. Are you guys liking those, which brush? It's so funny, right? I'm telling you, mom jokes for days. Are you guys liking those videos, which brush does what? Are you liking those? Should I keep doing those? Alright, I'm swirl tap dabbing Big Boy because the white paint tends to get a little cakey on the brush. I'm going to grab more white. I'm going to do my pear. So a pear is a circle and a triangle. Okay, no, long bristles. This is a liner. This is a liner, April. Are you talking about this? This is a liner brush. Hi, Mary. How you doing? Hello, hello, hello. Can you use with fan brush? Can I use what with, April, you're confusing me. Can I use what with a fan brush? Oh, yes, that's the brush. Yeah, this is a liner, hon. I'm going to do a video on it. Alright? This is called a liner brush. You're doing good, Mary? Glad to hear it, sweetheart. Glad to hear it. Okay, so this is a liner brush, April. Okay? That's what this is. And I did a video on it, so I'll post the video soon. Okay? Alright, so white paint, pear. Pear is a circle and a triangle. You love everything we do, especially when I'm flicky doing. I got you. Hi, Jill. I knew that was Jill. Jill, I knew that was you with the flicky do. Alright, so, but some of my pear is in my bowl. Do I use a 2-inch? Very rarely, Diana. I use a 1-inch all the time. This is Big Boy. He's a 1-inch flat. So, my pear is in my bowl, right? So, I'm not going to see the whole circle. So, I'm going to do a semicircle. Whoop! These come in handy sometimes. I just want to let you guys know that. Alright, so I'm going to do a semicircle because my pear is in my bowl, right? And what's a pear? It's a triangle. I got a crunchy on there. It's a triangle and a circle. So my pear is in my bowl. So there is my circle of my pear. And I'm going to do my triangle of my pear. There's my triangle, right? He's wearing a little party hat. The pear has come to the party. He's got his little party hat on. Right? So there's my circle. There's my triangle. And now I'm going to make it a pear. How am I going to make it a pear? I'm going to soften all those edges. Alright, so I'm going to take my brush. I'm holding it close like a pencil. I'm going to follow around my circle. I'm going to come up this side. And I'm going to do a little swoop around as tight as I can with a 1-inch brush. We'll see how tight I get that. Alright, swoop around, come back down, connect it to that part. And there is my pear shape. Alrighty, that's how you do that. I'm going to grab a little bit more white paint because this side's looking a little awkward to me. I want it to be a little chunky of a pear. So I'm just going to add a little more to that side. Fill it in. And we have a pear. A pear. There he is. There's the pear. Okay, so now my grapes. Now my grapes, I am not going to do, unless you guys want big fat wine grapes. Ooh, we could do that. Alright, I'm going to do big fat wine grapes. So I'm going to, it's easier to show you stuff. So I'm still going to grab the one, I still have Big Boy, 1-inch flat, white paint. Let's do some grapes, right? So grapes are just little circles. And I'm going to do the big fat wine grapes. Okay, so there is, notice I'm doing the spin. I'm doing the spin. If you can't do the spin, you turn around and you can do parentheses and parentheses with a smaller brush. It is fine. There's no judgment here. All right? But I'm doing the spin. And I am going to turn around and connect all these little spins together. Grabbing more white paint. All right? I'm not going to play with this with the big brush because I'll wind up with a big, bushy, spinny, whole bunch of mess. I want this part to be the massive, right? Because grapes make a triangle being on the vine, right? They make a triangle being on the vine, right? So it looks like we have pizza. All right, so you can make your little pizza shape for your grapes, and then you just turn around and you do these circles. Okay, you do these circles and you follow your little pizza shape. You just follow your little pizza shape and you just do all of these little circles inside your little pizza. And I'm not going to do down here. I'm not going to do down there. I'm going to grab a smaller brush for that. I'm going to grab a smaller brush for that. And I'm just doing all these spinny doos. These spinny doos. We don't got flicky doos. We got spinny doos. Okay, so I'm doing all these spinny doos to make my grapes. Alright, let's do one hanging over the edge of the bowl. He's a rogue grape. And I'm going to do another one like right here. Okay, he's a bit, so then you can add your little grapes that are like the little rogue guys, right? They don't fit in the box. What else is new? So they don't fit in the box. Okay, now I'm going to grab my smaller brush. I'm going to grab Mini Me, who is a small shader, looks just like Big Boy. Alright, I'm going to grab that white paint again. And I'm going to come in here, and like I was saying before, you can do a parentheses and a parentheses for a circle. So you can do a parentheses and a parentheses for your circle. And you fill that in. You could also do a scribble circle. If you do this and give up control, your hand actually just makes a circle. It just does it naturally. It's so weird. It's pretty cool though. Right? Grabbing more white paint. Let's put another guy hanging out over the bowl. Right? He's breaking loose. He's breaking loose. And let's see. Another guy right here. Scribble circle. And another guy right here. Scribble circle. There we go. Alright. So we have those. And I'm going to come up top here, and I'm going to do a scribble circle here. Right? Do one there. And I think that's enough grapes. Maybe one here. I can make this whole bowl grapes. They're just fun. Okay, so maybe one there. Alright. Alright, tell me to stop. And last one, I swear, last one right here. Alright, I'm stopping. Eve's stopping. Tell me to stop. Okay, because I'm like totally out of my bowl. Alright. You can hear the jersey with the parentheses. Aww. You'll have to finish watching on the replay. Okay, Lisa B, no worries. Have a great night, sweetheart. Alright. So, there we have our pear, and we have our grapes, and we have our dirty apple. Alright. So, I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to let this set. I'm going to let this dry. So, 6,000%. You all with me still? Yes, right? Woo! Apples, pears, and grapes. What was it? Lions, tigers, and bears, right? So, apples, grapes, and pears. Oh, my. Apples, grapes, and pears. Oh, my. Okay, so we have our apples, grapes, and pear. Okay, so, now, I'm going to let that dry a minute. I'm going to let that dry a minute, and because you don't want it to start looking muddy, right? So you want to do your underpainting. You want to turn around and have these darker colors coming through, but you don't want it to start looking muddy. And that is where you got to take it and let it dry. Alright, guys? So you got to let it dry. Alright, now, these are not perfectly white. That is definitely not perfectly white. That is not perfectly white. This is not perfectly white. If I wanted these colors to pop off of the canvas, I'm the wizard behind the curtain. You don't see me. You would do more coats of white. The more coats of white you do, the more it blocks the color that's underneath, and the brighter your colors are going to be. But I don't want bright colors. I want realistic colors, so I'm not going to do more coats of white. 2 weeks, right? Here it is. Here it is, guys, in 2 weeks. Oh, yeah. So, the fruit in this painting, I wanted my colors to pop. So, it was a lot of coats of white. See how it's just red, just orange, bright, bright, bright yellow against the blue background. That is because I put copious amounts of white before I colored it in. Probably about 3 coats of white. Okay? So the more coats of white, the more your colors are going to pop. The less coats of white, the more realistic your fruit is going to be. Okay? So, Friday is our Pelicans. The next Friday is our mocktail, our fruity little drink. Right? Kid friendly. So, we're not doing any bad stuff here. Right? We've got our, this flower, Bird of Paradise, and this cool guy, and I think this, what is this, an iris or something? Anyway, ba-bam. There it is. I hope you guys like it. Okay. That being said, let me do some roll call. So Jill is here, and Joan and Donna, Tina B, Donna. I got Donna on here a couple times. One Donna's new to us. Lisa B, Sheila, Beth, Mary, Rochelle, Diane, Mary, Arlene, Carolyn, Irene, Allison, Becky, Jeanette, Diana's here. I'm so glad you're here, Diana. Bonnie and April, Brenda, Tammy, Kelly, and Mary. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, tell me. Tell me I missed you. Okay, so. Now, a tiger lily. Thank you, Diana. Thank you so much. Hello, Darlene. I missed Darlene, that's for sure. Hello, Darlene. How are you doing, lovey? Okay, that being said, I did miss you. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I got you now. All right, so now we're going to go in with colors. Okay, we're going to go in with colors. And I'm going to grab my 1/2 inch. It's just like Big Boy, except he's smaller. Okay, and I'm doing this so I don't turn around and start getting nutty. So I'm going to put my color, I'm going to start putting color in, but we're going to do the darks. And this is going to be more of like underpainting. Okay, so I'm going to go real dark. All right, so I'm grabbing blue, and I'm grabbing red, and that is really, really, really dark. All right, and I'm going to go on the side of my apple, and I'm going to put some swipes in of the blue and the red. I'm going to go on my pear, and I'm going to put some swipes in of the dark areas of the pear. Okay, now I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to grab red paint, and I'm going to soften that out. Right, so I'm grabbing red paint, and I'm going to soften this out. Okay. Right, just like that. That's what spit's for when you go out of your lines, just to let you know. And I'm going to wipe my brush off. I'm going to grab some more wet red paint, and I'm going to come over here. Right, and I'm going to just soften that all out. Right, layer 1. Right, I'm going to swirl tap dab my brush. I'm going to grab some red with some yellow for my pear. And I'm going to do a little scribble because this almost dried on me, so that's why I'm scribbling back and forth to kind of get it to move around, because it almost dried completely. So I'm going to give it a little smush. And yes, just a cute fruit punch, that's right. And and I am going to soften this all out, grabbing the red and the yellow. Okay, so I'm just dabbing. I'm wiping my brush off. I'm going to grab some more yellow and some more red. Okay, and I'm going to soften all of this out. Okay, layer one. There it is. Okay, now swirl tap dab my brush. Hello, 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 Penny. How are you, sweetheart? London, Ontario. I love it. I love all my Canadian peeps. Hi, Tina. Hello, 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 Tina. How are you doing, doll? So Tina is here, and we've got Penny here from Ontario. Hello, 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 ladies. Okay, so now I'm cleaning off my brush, swirl tap dabbing, and my grapes. I'm going to grab the purple again. Okay, the pear looks so real, right? And this is just layer one. Wait, Diane. Okay, you're from Newfoundland? Oh, that's so awesome, Darlene. I love all you guys. We're international, baby. Oh, yeah. 6,000%. All right, so grapes. I'm actually going to grab a microscopic amount of black. Microscopic amount, right? So I have that on my brush. I'm going to wipe it off now. So very little. And my red and my blue. All right, I'm going to do a little smash smash. Okay, and Tina Marie, you're in Bayou country. Ooh, I like that. All right, and now I'm going to come in and do the darks in my grapes. Okay, so remember, my light's coming from over here, so this is going to be on the opposite side. All right, grab some more paint. And you have to do this, a little quickly because you want this to blend out. Remember, my pear almost dried up on me, and that would have been bad. So you have to do this a little quickly and put in your darks and your, and then soften them while everything. Okay, so sorry, I had a little blip there. I don't know what happened. Something blipped on my phone. Not really sure what. Okay, so I'm going to put in all these little dark areas in my grapes. Alright, I'm going to swirl tap dab my brush. Swirl tap dab my brush. Right, and I'm going to grab some red. And I'm going to turn around, and now I'm going to soften all these areas up. Okay, I'm going to soften all these areas up. Now, the secret to doing grapes is to get it to where, you know, you don't want it to be, I don't know what's happening, it just keeps popping in and out. Not really sure what's going on there. We might be getting a storm soon. I have all my buttons correctly. In fact, let me take this off and this off. Alright, there we go. That might make it better. Okay, so I'm grabbing, I'm just softening all of this out. Alright, now I'm going to grab just red, as I'm getting into the area that would be lighter. And I'm going to grab just red. And I got to start doing a little smush smush action because the dark is already dry. That are going to be lighter. Okay, and I'm still following my little circles, even though it kind of looks a little mushy. That's okay. That's okay. Right, and I'm grabbing just red paint to smash this out. We don't want that to happen. Alright, so there you have the layer one. Layer 1 is in the house. Okay, so I know it's popping in and out. My apologies. It seems to be okay now. Okay, so nope, that one was on me, Trudy. We might be getting a storm soon, so everybody put your hands together and just hope that I don't cut out completely and we get to finish the video. Okay, now we have layer 1 done. Alright, so swirl, tap, dab in my brush. And since we gotta let this set in a little bit, so now I'm gonna make my vine for my grapes. So I'm gonna grab my yellow, and I'm gonna grab my white and my blue, and I'm gonna grab some white, and we're gonna make the vine, right? So we gotta do the vine. Whoop. Just like that, a little swirly do, a little swirly do, maybe a little leaf or two, a little leaf, maybe a little leaf on here. I don't know what a grape leaf looks like, so don't be hating on me if this isn't a grape leaf. I'm not really sure what a grape leaf looks like. Alright, so we got our vine and our leaf. Just like that. I'm going to grab some more yellow. Get it to pop. Yeah, don't be hating on me. I'm not really sure what a grape leaf looks like. So we're just going with a standard old leaf shape here. Okay. And I'm going to grab just blue. Wipe my brush off. Grab some just blue. I'm going to put some just blue on here, in here. Dabbing that in. Alright, just some blue in the leaf. Dabbing that in. There. Okay. So, swirl, tap, dab my brush. Now we're going to do the lights. Alright, so now we're going to do the light areas. Okay, so my apple, I'm grabbing yellow and I'm grabbing red. Yellow and red. Dab that in here. I'm going to move a little faster because the internet thing is kind of making me nervous. So I'm going to move a little bit faster with this. So yellow and red. Yellow and red on my pear. Okay, and just red for my grapes. Right, following the curves of those grapes, Okay, dirty brush though, so there's a little bit of yellow in this red. There's a little bit. Okay, and not too much with the ones that are on top because that's the furthest from my light source. So we're not going to go that much, just little bits on these ones that are on top. It's mostly just these right here that are going to be popping. Okay, so now I have my lights in place. Alright, I'm going to do my cast shadow while I'm waiting for that to set in. Okay, because some of you asked about the cast shadow, so I'm going to grab my 1 inch and I'm going to grab blue. I'm going to grab blue with some black. I'm going to dab. Okay, and then I'm going to turn her out. Yeah, I'm moving lightning speed, guys, because I don't want to lose it and not be finished. All right, so my light source is here. You guys see my angles, right? So my cast shadow on my bowl is going to follow this angle. So my apple, okay, and then it's going to be really, really, really dark where the apple and the bowl meet. So I'm going to grab just black paint. And follow that, follow the shape of my bowl with just the black. All right, smooth that all out. And now we're getting into more of a diffused light, not as direct, right? So I'm going to grab just the blue, following my angles. So if I go from here and put it that way, the line is going to be like right there. And I'm doing just the blue now. Okay, just blue paint, that's it. Blue paint mixed with I'm grabbing some of this black paint right here, and I'm doing just blue paint. So you get that richness again. Remember that little richness and tone. Plus it's not as strong as a light anymore, because the light's hitting this, hitting this, hitting this, and then creating that shadow. So it doesn't have to be a very stark shadow. Okay, so there's my cast shadow. My grapes are gonna create a shadow. So I'm gonna go in with black, and I'm gonna come in here and on my bowl do a shadow on the bowl like that. Wipe off my brush, soften it out with some zigzag zoom. Okay, and then my pear in the bowl. So in the bowl, I'm going to put the black in the bowl, because this is going to be really, really dark, because it's immediately after the object that's getting hit with light. So this is going to be really dark in here in my bowl. Okay, and just soften it out on the top. If you see, I'm just dabbing, that's it. Okay, so there are my shadows. Who's late? Who came in late? Jinsey! Jinsey, you're late, lovey-dovey. Ooh, you're in trouble. You're late. Alright, so final coat, guys. You guys ready? Well, it's the base coat and then a little bit of playing. Oh, let me grab Mini-Me and put my stem on my apple. Okay, so I'm going to grab that dark purpley color. A little bit of black, a little bit of red, a little bit of blue. Put my stem in. I'm also going to define that little divot. So I'm going to put that little divot area in. Your finger is the best blending tool ever. Alright, so we need the little divot. We need the stem on the pear. Let's put the stem on the pear. There's my little stem on my pear. Okay, 1/2-inch brush. Gonna swirl tap dab it because we just had all that blue and that black in there. Da, 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 da. You guys ready for the magic? This is my favorite part. And so you know that trick I do with the yellow? You know that trick I do with the yellow? But you're here now. Hi, Debbie. How you doing, lovey? Hi, Jincy. So we're doing the same trick. Okay, so you know how I like to do that glazing trick with the yellow? So we're doing the same trick, but I'm grabbing red. So my brush is a little more damp than I want it. I want it a little bit more damp. It's a little more damp than usual. Okay, and see how I have this wash of color right here of just the red. Now I'm going to tap this on my paper towel so it's not going to be drippy. All right, and we're going to glaze our apple. Glazed apples. There you go. So we're glazing the apple. With the red. So all of that dark and all that light that I put in before is going to show up underneath. But we're still going to have a pretty red color for our apple. Okay, and then I'm going to grab a little bit of yellow. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to pop some yellow right there. And a little bit more yellow. It's buildable, right? You can always add more. You can't take it off. So I'm going to grab a little bit more yellow because that's really getting hit by the light right there. And there is your apple. All right, pear, same thing, but I'm going to use yellow and red. So I'm going to dip my brush, and it's more moist than I usually have it. I'm going to grab my red. I'm going to grab my yellow. Okay, give it some smash, smash, nice and loose and thin. All right, I'm going to dab on my paper towel. Guys, every single step I'm doing is important. So remember that. All right, if you try this and it's not working, you missed a step. That's all I got to say. If you try this and it's not working, that means you missed a step. Okay, so now I'm going to turn around and glaze my pear. I'm going to glaze my pear. Okay, and since this is getting hit with some serious light, I'm going to grab my yellow now. And I'm going to put in the highlight right there. And I'm going to grab my yellow and I'm going to swoop my highlight right here. I'm just dabbing. Okay, and there is your pear. And then for the grapes, I'm actually going to do a purple wash. Now this is kind of tricky because you're grabbing white, all right? So I'm grabbing a microscopic amount of white. Oh, I didn't clean my brush enough. See how that came out peachy because of the pear colors? So let me swirl, tap, dab my brush better. Let me find some clean paper towel. That's another thing, guys. When you dab your brush, make sure what you're dabbing it on is clean. Because you don't want to dab your brush and then you're dabbing it into colors that are on your paper towel. So this one's a bit tricky. So I'm going to grab a little bit of white. I'm going to grab blue. And I'm going to grab a large amount of red. Make sure your red doesn't have the yellow in it. Alright, I'm going to swirl that around. I want it a little more purple, so I'm going to grab some more blue. I want it a little lighter, so I'm going to grab some more white. Okay, and now that I have this on here, now I'm going to add water. And I'm going to get this as loosey-goosey as I can possibly get it without it starting to drip. Okay, so I'm going to keep adding water until this is really, 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 really loose, but still holding color. Okay, now with that being said, I'm going to wipe off my brush. I'm going to give it a swirl tap dab. Okay, and I am going to dip it in my cup, give it a few taps so it's nice and moist. I'm going to grab this very watered down purple, and I'm going to do my wash. Now, the thing you have to know is that with the white wants to cover. So once you put that wash on, you want to kind of do a little spreading around with your finger, because the white in this wash is going to automatically want to cover everything up. So you have to blend it out with your finger. See how you can't, it's like really, really wanting to cover stuff, so you have to soften it out. I soften it out with my finger. That's what I do. And then I get this really pretty purple on my grapes. Just like that. Okay, so now you're, even though looking like a blob before, now you're getting, I'll give you a close-up in a minute, because it's kind of hard to see being where you guys are. So, but now your circles are showing up. Okay, so I'll give you a close-up in a minute. Let me just finish the bunch of grapes. Okay, now I did this fruit in like 3 layers. You guys can turn around. Obviously, the more layers you do, the more they're going to look real. Now, so the close-up of the wash. Thank you so much for the stars, Jinsey. Thank you guys so much for the stars. So, if I'm helping you, keep the lights on. Alright, so you guys can see the wash now. Alright, see that? See how my circles are coming to life? Okay, and now I'm going to go in. Do I ever outline? I outline like when I'm looking for a graphic look for something. I think I outlined my beach houses. So now I'm going to grab Mini Me, and I'm going to grab red paint, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to pop the red where the light's going to hit the grapes. Okay, so I pop the edge, and then I just do smaller dabs as I get into the center. So where the light is hitting the grapes, I'm going to pop the red on. And you know, and if you guys have like bright purple in your paint or whatever, you could turn around and do, you know, a purple instead of the red. You know what I mean? I'm doing like those really big grapes, so I don't mind the red. So I'm going to pop the red on where the light's going to hit some of the grapes. Here, there, not everywhere. And I'm going to use less and less paint as I work my way back, because the light's not going to be as strong on these grapes that are back here. So if you noticed, I didn't grab any more paint. I'm kind of just smushing on what I have on my brush, stealing it from other areas. And there is your grapes. Oh geez, look at what I did. I don't know how I did that. Look at my brush. I'm just getting paint everywhere. So, do I outline ever? I only outline if I'm going for a really graphic look, or if I want my edges to be super, super, super clean, and they're not coming out super clean, I'll outline just as like a backup method. So that's when I outline. Okay, so there you guys go. I'm going to do a little bit of a shadow on the bowl here behind the apple. Right there. And April, when you do like your shadows, your cast shadow and your other shadows and stuff like that, you can get your edges cleaned up more when you put those colors in. Okay, so I was having fun. Look at that. Look, I have paint everywhere. I love it. 6,000%. Okay, so I'll give you a close-up of everything. There's my grapes. Now, the grapes probably need about 2 more layers on them for me to be happy. But this will start you off. I'm moving quickly because I keep bouncing in and out. All right, guys? So, that is the grapes. Like I said, I would do another dark, another light layer on them. Same process. Just adding another layer so they look more real. There is my pear. And there is my apple. All right, guys? So, you can totally do this if it's something you're into, if it's something you want to do. Like I said, I would go back in and do the layers again. And then I might do the layers again. Just to show you real quick, like I'll swirl, tap, dab, mini-me, and I'll grab yellow. Like I'll come into my pear and I'll blast this one more time, like right there. Right? And then blend it out. Okay, so I would do another layer. On this. So, but it is the exact same process doing the other layers that I just did. Okay, so we don't have to hang out for that. We don't have to hang out for the other layers. Basically, all I'm going to do is I'm going to slap this with some brighter areas, right? Same process though. I'm doing the same brush stroke on the edge and then smaller in the center, and then I'm kind of dabbing it out. All right, I'm going to slam this grape right there, right? This one. Okay, so it's the same process of grabbing your lights and your darks. And you're just doing layer by layer. So, lots of water, a little bit of paint, same strokes, same process, and you just build your brights and your darks up to where you want them. And if you notice, I didn't grab any more paint. So, as I'm working my way up, I have less paint on my brush, so my grapes on top are going to wind up being darker and darker. Okay, and then so now it's just building on top of each other. All right, guys, so apples, grapes, and pears, oh my. Apples, grapes, and pears, oh my. So guys, Friday is our Pelicans. What? If you ever have any questions for me, you message me. All right, 6,000%. You know, thank you everybody who sends me support via the stars. Thank you so much. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. You guys keep the lights on so I can do this. I will always have my videos for free. I get it. So if you don't have the you know what, share, like, all of that good stuff, that helps me too. And you guys have been doing amazing with that sharing thing. I swear, so good. So thank you so much for that. And I will be pumping out some more videos on what brushes do. I'll be doing some more little tidbits for you. Thank you so much, Penny. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, the top's a fan favorite today. If you saw it up close, though, you'd see you'd see the mess. It's a mess. It has a hole in it somewhere. I don't know where the hole is. So, you guys are so welcome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I hope I don't usually do this style, so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. If there's something you want to learn, message me. I could always do a how-to on it. Sprinkled. Yes, I am sprinkled, Pat. You got that right. You're welcome, Mary. I believe so, Diane. I'll write your name down and check. If not, I'll message you, hon. Yes. Oh, speaking of shirts, so my shirts are still in the works. My shirts, I am making the shirts, guys. So all of us can have painting shirts that have the sayings on them. So they are in the works. Kelly, I have a special edition for you. You lost your nifties? All right, Diane. I wrote your name down and I circled it, lovey. All right, I'll check. I'll check for you and I'll make sure. If I don't, I'll message you, hon. Okay? No worries. So my shirts are still in the works. Yes, I got to order the shirts. My niece is going to be my merchandise manager. She's going to be putting the designs on them. She's working on that right now, saying, thank you so much, Mary. So I wrote all my sayings down for her, so she's making designs for it all. So they are still in the works. They are coming. I know you guys said you'd really like them. I'll look into the pens. I don't know. Like I said, I was, oh, moving stinks. It really does. Blessings to you, Diane, because moving's the worst. I'll look into the pens. I was ordering labels because sending out the nifties, I was getting tired of writing my address. So I was ordering labels for the nifties and they just had those. So I was like, let me see how it comes out. But I like them. They're really cute. All right. But I'll look into it. You guys want a pen? I'll do it. That's cool. I like that. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. So, yeah, moving's the worst, guys. So cheers to everybody. I may be here Friday. You'll be in the hospital. Oh, no, April. Healing prayers, sweetheart. Oh, goodness, Diane. You are downsizing. Yeah, but you know, that feels good. That feels good to purge. Thank you so much for the stars, Joan. Thank you, lovey-dovey. Yeah. Thank you so much, sweetheart. It feels good, though. It feels good to get rid of stuff. It does. It really does feel good to get rid of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's just frees the soul. You know? It feels good to get rid of all that stuff. You guys are so welcome. Thank you. Alright? So, like I said, you can just keep playing with this now. And now that this is dry, I can hit it again. Alright. So, more layers, the more realistic it looks. So if you're doing this at home, you're just going to turn around and just build those layers, build those colors up, and it's the same exact process. Yes, prayers, 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 just taking tests. Okay, April. All right, sweetheart. Well, I hope you have a day that's not too uncomfortable, because taking tests is annoying. They have you in all sorts of ways and positions and different stuff, and it gets a little messy. Yes. Thank you so much, Jinsey. Jinsey, I hope you're coming along, sweetheart. Jinsey had stuff done. We're all broken. I got stuff wrong. You guys got stuff wrong. I mean, we all have stuff wrong. But that's okay, because, you know, we'll get through it. We'll get through it together. We'll get through it together. Absolutely, 6,000%. Okay, so with that, I'm going to sign off. I hope you guys all have an amazing night and week. I will see you Friday. Okay, and Pelicans, if you ever have any questions, message me. It's all a lie, right? Golden eyeballs, though. Getting back to paint night helps, absolutely. So, thank you so much for the stars. Thank you for the tips, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. You all warm my heart. And have fun and go create, okay? Mwah. Good night, everybody.